Alright guys, so this is gonna be the very last lab that we're ever gonna do. So let's just go right into it. So lab 8, we're gonna make an assembly. So we're gonna make whatever this thing is. I don't actually know what this is for. It looks like it's the hinge, but I don't really know. So it says make an assembly, use concentric and coincident mates for when we actually make the assembly. Assign any material you want, but make sure they're uniform, so that means every single one has to have the same material. And then what is the total mass of the assembly, right? So we're gonna start by making the yoke plate first. All right, so let's just jump right into the yoke plate. So the yoke plate, it goes over this. So what I'm gonna do is we're just gonna make this on, we'll just make this on our front plane. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with this pattern right here, right? Because this is probably the easiest one to start off with. All of these two require like us to do parent-child and stuff like that. So we're just gonna do this one. I think that a good way to approach this would just be to make an outline first, right? So just general shape, make these two equal to each other. Okay, the distance of this is 73. And then the height of this should be 36.5 plus the radius of this, which is 28.5. So the height of this should be 36.5 plus 28.5, 65. All right. And then we can do the curves in here for this to be 5. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine too. Okay. And then I can exit that. And then I can make this and this be the midpoint of that. So that way everything's not fully defined. Right. And then we can just offset this to be out. I need this to be out 8 millimeters. Yep. And then we can just set this to be closed off just like that. Right. And this takes care of these curves here at the bottom and all of that, because those arcs are, I can assume that they're 10. I'm pretty sure they are 10. Are they 10? No, they have a radius of 13. Yeah, because if you just do the fillet on the 3D sketch, it doesn't give you that. So you'll have to incorporate this into the first sketch. So yeah, so this is what we have first. I'm just going to extrude this really quick. So if this is this part, and it is this far wide, then we need this to be extruded out about this width, right? So the 28.5 but times 2. So 28.5 times 2. It should be 57. Okay, this looks about right so far. Let's do a sketch over here to make this hole and also this curve here at the end. So I'm just gonna make and then I'm just gonna make I'll just make another one, yeah, around here that goes just like that. And then I'm just gonna make this tangent to all 3 sides, tangent to this side, and then tangent to this side. And then make this have a dimension of 20. There we go. So now I can just extrude cut this corner, this, and this, and make this go through all, so that way it cuts through over to the other side. And there we go. Let me double check all of my stuff really quick while we're here. I did not want to mark up. Why did I go? Oh my god. Exit markup. I hate that button. Okay, let's go over here to the measure. Let's see. Is this actually... I'm going to try to see if this is actually 36.5 away from here, which it is. Okay. Is this 99? It is. Okay. And then, is this actually 8? Yes, it is. Okay. Is the radius of this 28.5? Yes, it is. Okay. And then is the distance between, I think I already checked, it was 89, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Okay, so yeah, we're good. So now with that, we're just gonna make this bottom part. That one's easy. We can just do a, in features, we can just make a plane on the bottom of this, so that to be 0, so that way it doesn't have an offset, and then just extend this out this way, and then we're just gonna sketch on this. So this is just gonna be, we'll make a center line from right here up, like that. We'll do this, and then a this. I think that made that on the midpoint, which is not what I wanted, but I guess No, I don't want you to have a midpoint. Yeah. I want you to be exactly 16 away from here. And then I want you to be exactly 38. I believe it is 38. Yeah, it's 38. Away from there, I need to set you to have a radius of 20. Yeah, just 20. Or a diameter of 20. And then make you and you have the same diameter. Okay. So now that I have you two, I need to make a center point arc. Yes, okay. And make this go around there. Have this have a radius of 22. And then we're just gonna make this have the lines that just go all the way down. Yeah. Okay. So where are these undefined? Oh, okay. I see where you're undefined. Oh, okay. I guess that was it. I don't know if it will let me just extrude this because it's not a closed sketch, unless it can. No, it cannot. So let me just go in here and then just add a line right there. Yeah, so now this is a closed sketch, so it should let me extrude. Not that contour. That contour. Okay. Other way. 8 millimeters. Cool. And then we need to make these curves in here. I didn't put them in the sketch because I don't like doing them in the sketch sometimes. I can just set that to be 13, and then I can just click on this line and then click on this line, and then it'll do them for me. Just like that. And then I can just hide this. So that is our part. That is the yoke plate. As far as I see, this looks to be about right. Let me double check my... Is this actually 38 millimeters apart? Yes, it is. Okay. And then is this actually a radius of 22? Yep. You have a radius of 20? Yep. Or a diameter of 20? I don't see anything wrong. So I think it should be fine. Yeah. Are you actually 16? Yes, you are. Okay. Cool. So yeah, that's the yoke plate. We'll move on to the body next. Alright guys, so we're gonna do the body now. So doing this is, it's not that hard. So we're gonna go into the part, right? We're gonna do a new sketch on our front plate. Yeah, we're gonna do it on our front. So I'm just gonna make this circle and the outer circle first. So I'm just gonna make boop and then boop, just like that. And I'm gonna set this one to be, I believe, yeah, this one's 38. So you need to be 38, and then you need to be 28.5 times 2, because that is the radius. So that is the diameter. So if I displace this as radius, it should say, that's the wrong one, it should be this one. There we go, 28.5, and then this one should have a diameter of, oh my god, this one needs to be displayed as diameter, that one needs, okay, there we go. So 38, 28.5, and so I'm just gonna make a line, just go straight up from over here, another line that goes down and then back into this, right? So let's see, the distance between here and here should be 33 minus 16, which I'm not gonna do math, so I'm just gonna boop, and then it's gonna be 33 minus 16. 17. So that's how big this needs to be. Then this needs to be 50 apart, because this line goes straight into the center point of these circles. So that's where this needs to go. So that needs to be 50 apart from there. And then this needs to have an arc of 10 millimeters. If it'll let me. Hold on. Let me see if I trim this. Then will it let me? Yes, it will. Okay. So that should be it. Yeah, that's fully defined now. Yeah, and it looks about right. So we're just gonna extrude this. We're gonna extrude this. I'm gonna extrude this using a mid-plane because I feel like it. Gonna set this to be 65. I'm not sure why this is in parentheses. Does this want me to be like a global variable? Because I don't remember seeing that anywhere. Hint, use concentric. No, I think it's just supposed to be 65. Okay, well, we'll leave it at 65. Okay, so from here, I'm just going to make a new plane on the bottom of this. That keeps setting an offset of 100 for some reason. I'm going to set this to be extended out a little bit more, and I'm going to sketch on the bottom of this. Okay, so I'm just going to make... we're going to make 6 circles, right? Because there's these 3, but then there's the outer surfaces, like the outer radiuses around them, and then we're just going to connect them with the lines, and then we're going to trim extrude the parts that we don't need. So it's just going to go bup, and then bup, 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 and then 1, bup, and bup. Yep. Okay. So what I need to do is set these inner 3 to be equal towards each other, the same way that I'm going to set these 3 to be equal towards each other. And then I'm going to set this one to be, I think, the inner ones are set to 10, and then the outer ones have a radius of 12.5. So you need to be 10, and then you need to be 12.5 times 2, so 25. Yes. Okay. Then we need to set the positions. So from U to U is 40. So you need to be 40, and then from U to U is 20. And then from U to U is 35. So I can just do, whoops, that is the wrong thing that I wanted. I need you and you. You need to be 35. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So I just need to set you to be horizontal with you, and that should be it. Yeah, okay, that's it. We're gonna do line here and there, another line like here and there. I don't know where that line just went to. I don't know if I want that to be there. Yeah, I guess that's fine. I'll just set the line to be... Yeah. Okay. That should be fine. We're just going to set this line and this line to be over here. Yeah. So I need you and you to be tangent, because I don't see the symbol on you. And I also need you and you to be tangent as well. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to trim you, you, and then you. So now all of you should be fine, and then you're also fully defined. Okay. So yes, this is what we should have. And I'm pretty sure that if I measure from the distance between you and you should be 50, which you are. So you are 50 apart. So yeah, I do have this in the right spot. Okay. Yeah, so let's extrude this. We're just going to extrude this, not mid-plane, we're just going to extrude this blind the other direction. This needs to be 16. Just like that. And then we need to take care of these holes. So I'm just going to go back into you, extrude cut this time. Going to select these contours. Going to select you and you. And there we go. I'm going to hide this, and this should be it. Let's see. It looks about right. Yeah, it should be fine. Let me double check to make sure that this and that is actually 33. So I need to make sure that you and you, yes, you have a dy of 33. Okay, that's good. So yeah, we did this right. All right, let's move on to the bushing. This shouldn't be too hard. All right, so to do the bushing is actually really easy. So I'm just gonna make, we're just gonna revolve this around a thing. That's what we're gonna use to make this. I'm just gonna make a center line really quick, right on the origin. Just go straight up like that. That's fine. Yeah, and then on here, I'm just gonna make a horizontal line right there, and just make a general shape. This is the worst sketch I've ever done in my life, but that's fine. This needs to be vertical. There we go. Distance between you and you needs to be 25 because we're cutting this in half. So you need to be 25. You and you needs to be 10. This is 10 because the inner circle, like right here, the hole that actually goes through the bushing is 20 millimeters, like as a diameter. So that means that has a radius of 10. And then the distance between you and you should be whatever half of 38 is. 16? 19. I don't know why I said 16. Then the height of you needs to be 4. Same with the height for you. You need to be 27. Okay, so this should be fully defined, and it is. So we can just straight up revolve around base, and that's our bushing. Should have a inner diameter of 20. Yep. Outer diameter of 38 and 50. Yep. Then this should be 27. Yep. And then this should be 4. Yep. All right, cool. Let's move on to the bolt. All right, guys, we're gonna be making the bolt now. So the bolt is pretty easy. So we just go into our new part. We're just gonna make a new plane on our top plane, or a new sketch on our top plane. I mean, we're gonna go over here, just make a polygon. Gonna set this to be diameter 30. Gonna set this to be horizontal. And I'm gonna make another circle inside the circle to be, this should be 20. Yeah. Because this is gonna be the shaft that actually goes into the holes in the yoke plate, and those holes are 20 millimeters of a diameter apart. So that means that this needs to also be 20 millimeters apart. Okay. So now that we have that, we're just gonna extrude boss our base with just the, just that hole's contour. We're gonna set this to be 13.4, and yeah. Okay. Okay, so we have our hexagon now, and to make the actual draft that's from down here, we're just gonna sketch on top, and we're just gonna make a circle that just goes straight out to this part. Yeah. Gonna set this to have a diameter of 30 as well. And we're gonna extrude cut this with a draft of 60 degrees, flips that to cut, so it's this way. Yeah. Yeah, this should be right. And then we're gonna go back into the sketch, going to extrude with, not this contour, but with this contour, other way. And it's gonna be 130 minus 13.4. Minus this, height right there. So now we just have the bolts. Now we just need to put the thread on here. So the thread is just going to be over here in thread. We're going to go over here, change this. Okay, so we selected this edge. We're going to make this go all the way up to 52. We're going to give it an offset though of I'd say 3 millimeters. Now let's just make that 2. Yeah. We're going to maintain thread length, and I'm going to make this offset flip onto this side. Yeah. Is that long enough? Yes, it is. Okay. So now we need to change this to be, I think it was left-hand thread. It was left-hand thread. It was metric tap. I need to trim with start face down here, but at the end it doesn't really matter. So that should be everything. Oh, wait, extrude thread. My bad. There we go. Okay, so if we evaluate and we measure from here to, where is it? There it is, to here, it is 52 millimeters. So it's exactly the length that we need it to be. Okay, this should be it for the bolts, which I think it is. Okay, let's just double check to make sure this full length, or this full height is 130, which it is. Okay, cool. Yeah, so this is our bolt. Okay, so for our nut, it's very similar too. So all we're gonna do is just make another polygon here on the top. Set this to also have a, set this radius to be 30. And then we're just gonna set this to also be horizontal. Yep. Make a circle in here though. Whoops, that is not where I wanted it to be. I want this circle to be right there. And then make this have a diameter of 20. Yeah. And we're just gonna extrude this out to be 18 millimeters. Yep. And then we're just gonna do the same thing, so sketch on this. Gonna make another circle. This one also has to have a diameter of 30. Whoops. Oh my god. There we go. Yes. And then we're gonna extrude cut again with the draft of 60 degrees, flip side to cut this way. Okay. Same thing with you. Is just make another circle. That is not the diameter that I want you to be. I want you to be 30. There we go. Extrude cut with a draft, 60 degrees, flip side. There we go. Right. And then we're just gonna make the thread in here, which isn't that difficult. We just set this to have an offset again, but go the other way. I hope that's... I'll just set this to be like 5. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. As long as it goes through the whole thing. And this needs to be left hand thread. And this needs to be trim with start face, trim with end face. Doesn't really matter though, because it's going to be cut thread. And it's going to be 20 by 2.5. Yeah. So now we have our nut. Alright guys, so we're going to do the assembly now. So we're going to go up to new, we're going to go up to the assembly, and we're just going to drag and drop all of this stuff in here. Just go and put in the body, put in the bolts, the bushing, we're going to need 2 of those. We're going to need the nut, and then the yoke plate. So bushing, I'm just going to Control C, Control V to copy it. Okay, there we go. So now we should have 2. Yeah. Okay, so since the body is our fixed point, we're going to work with that one first. So we're going to set the yoke plate on this first. So the part out here that comes out from the yoke plate needs to be in the opposite end of what this part is. So I'm just going to set this face to be parallel with this face. I don't want it to be coincident because there's still some stuff that needs to go in there. So yeah, I need that to be parallel. Okay. And let's say that we have, we'll just make this and this concentric. Yeah. Okay, so now they're in the same, like, kind of spot. I can actually move this, or I can move this one. Yeah, I can move the yoke plate around. Okay. Let's put in the rubber bushings in here. So we're just going to go over to mate. We're going to set this and this to be coincident. And then we're going to set in the inner cylinder of that to be concentric with that. So now it should be firmly in there. Okay. We're just going to do the same thing with the other bushing too. We're just going to set U and U to be coincident. And then we're going to set the cylinder to be concentric with that one too. Okay. So here is something that I did not know about. So if you go to the visibility, you can view temporary axes. So this automatically puts axes literally like axes. I don't know what the plural form for axis is. I'm really tired. It just gives you the axis for every single part in here. So we're just going to set this axis to be coincident with this one. I guess it doesn't really matter which direction this is in as long as it's on the same like axis. So we're just going to go over here, make these 2 coincident. I have to look for that one in a minute. By that I mean I'm just going to hide this part too, look for this and just pull this out. Okay, I'm going to unhide these, make these show. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we can actually set the yoke plate to be coincident with this face. Yeah, because that's all we need to worry about there. And then I can push this in a bit more. And then we can set the... So there's different things that we can do here, right? First and foremost, I just need to set U to be coincident with U. Okay. Then we need to set this to be a mechanical relation. I don't know if you wanted us to do this. I want to do it though, because I think it's kind of cool. If you set this slot to be mechanical mate, and then select screw, and then select the, let's see, where's the interface? It should be this one. Or not. It should be this one. Okay, it's that one. Yeah. So on the nut, it's the interfacing, like, the parts that are actually part of the cylinder, not the thread, right? So if you select that, and then select the cylinder part on the screw, or on the bolt, it'll mate them together. We had a thread that was 20 by 2.5, so that means that we need to set this to be 2.5. And that should be it. And now, yeah, so this turns along with the actual bolt in here too. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that if we turn this, yeah, if we move this left and right, it'll turn that amount when we go in. So if we need to make an animation of this, it would actually be realistic. All right, let's see what's next. We're going to mate, not that axis. We're gonna mate this side and this side. Whoop, not the axis. And this face. Oh my god, not the axis. I need this. Okay, there we go. So now that should be done. Okay. So all of this stuff is still kind of like free floating in a way. I'm just gonna, what we'll do is we're just gonna set these bushings to be mated with the top plane. So I'm gonna set like top plane, go into this bush, go into whichever one works, front plane works. Yeah, so I like that to be parallel. Yeah. And we're just gonna do that throughout this other bushing as well. Select top plane, select front plane as well. That works. Go over to nut, select right plane. Make that parallel with the front plane as well. Okay. Same with the bolts. Anything that like spins around, we just need to set that to be like parallel with the front plane. So I need to set U, front plane to be parallel with the top plane. There we go. And then we need to set we can set the yoke plate to be parallel with this one too. Okay. So now if we exit out here, most of these should not have the little dash in front of them anymore. The only one that does should be the body. Okay, so for the body, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go right click on it, go over here down to float. Okay, and that'll undo everything, right? But that just means that we can move all of this around now. But what we can do now is that we can actually set the top right and front plane of the actual body now, because we wouldn't be able to do it before because it was fixed. So we need to make it float and then we can do it, right? So we need to set the top plane to be coincident with that one. Yep. Set the front plane to be coincident with that one. Yep. And then set the right plane to be coincident with this one. Yep. And now this should be a fully defined assembly. Yep. Yes, it is. And we can just go over here and then hide the temporary axes. And this should be everything. So all in all, our complete mass property should be editor Mario here. I used the wrong parts for this, so use these numbers instead. Thank you. So that should be it. And you know, because this is the last lab, I do have one last thing I wanted to show you guys, and that is... So, hi, my name is Mario. I'm the guy that's been making the videos. You guys have already seen my face because of the presentation that we did, so I thought, why not? Just show it at the end of the very last lab that I'll ever be making. And yeah, I don't have a script for this, so I have no clue what I'm doing. I mostly just wanted to end the labs off with like a good goodbye message, right? These aren't going to be the last videos I'll make, but these are going to be the last ones for the ENGR 1304 classes that we're going to take. Who knows, maybe there'll be another class where I'll need to make more videos and stuff, but yeah. I just wanted to answer like a few questions that you guys might have and stuff like that. So basically, the reason why I started making the videos in the first place was because I felt like the class was a bit unfair. I felt like people just didn't have that much experience working in like software and stuff and 3D modeling and things like that. So that's why I just decided to make videos, because I have all the materials to make them. I had a computer, I knew how to use everything, I have Premiere Pro, I have recording equipment, I have everything that I need to make YouTube videos to help the people in this class, and that's why I made them. And I also felt like because most of the class probably didn't have like hardware at their home that could handle like SolidWorks and stuff like that, like SolidWorks is a beefy program. It makes my entire PC like slow down a bit. I can't do that much like at the same time with mine, even though mine is like $1,000 computer, stuff like that. So I felt like it was unfair that there wasn't that much material to be able to do at home or like on our own, and all we had was the lectures and stuff like that. So I was like, I have all the materials to make videos on my computer. I could just make tutorial videos for the class if that would help them. And so I started doing that, and I almost didn't upload the first video, like the first live video. I almost didn't upload it because I felt I was so scared of uploading it. I was like, man, this is so cringe. Nobody's gonna like, nobody. This is gonna help nobody. Oh, this is doing nothing. And then I like got so much support from it. I had people walk up to me and tell me, "Hey, thanks for making the videos," and I was like, "Oh wow." So it actually is helping some people, and that's that's really nice. I'm really thankful to the people that have walked up to me and said, "Hey, thank you for the videos. It's really helped me." I, yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for doing that because if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't still be making these videos right now. Yeah. Another thing that some people might ask me is like, "Are you still gonna make videos after this?" And the answer to that is probably. I'll still probably be making videos. I like doing them. I don't. I probably won't be doing this as like a job or anything. I'm not really interested in a career in making videos like that, but I am interested in like making documentaries and stuff like that for things that I work on. Right? That's what I wanted this channel to be a little bit. So the very next video after this will probably be a vlog about our documentary with this project, right? Because the project that we've been working on with me and my team, we've been working on it really hard for a bit, and I think it's going to be a really cool outcome if our parts get printed out. I don't know, but I think it's going to be a really cool video, a really cool idea. So I'm gonna try my best to make a documentary for that. So look forward to that because I'm looking forward to that. Outside of that, I really don't have much else to say other than just thank you guys for watching the videos. Thank you guys for just being cool people. Thank you guys for everything, really. And I wish you guys the best of luck in your exams. I wish you guys the best of luck on the final. I don't think it's going to be that difficult, but I don't know. I don't want to jinx myself either. I wish you guys good luck in basically everything, really. And I hope that you guys have a great day. Yeah. Okay. Bye bye for the last lab. It was going to be, bye bye.